new stuff.
Hey folks, welcome back. Minecraft with IconicCraft. So we got some new stuff we got to show you. We've been hard at work here. First thing I wanted to show you is down here. Whoop, well, hello. I can steer. I can drive.
Craziness.
A little bit of a clear up here. I'm going to sprint down this hallway.
So long.
It's like there's a creeper chasing us.
It's kind of long, but you know, it is what it is.
It's like there was a creeper
I did manage to
chasing us.
rebuild my armor and stuff. If you follow my YouTube channel, which is IconicCraft, you'll see that I was attempting to do a blaze farm and lost all my stuff. I yard sailed it everywhere inside of the farm. So, all right, here we are. We're coming up on it. Because I got lost on the last one.
Yep.
Our realm mate, LM44444444444444, hello, did this for us.
Hello, Mr. Ing.
He did this for us here,
Hello,
so
Mr.
we don't get lost on our way to our double spawner.
Double spawner.
Mhm.
Wow.
It's a glad.
Also,
It's a good thing.
Happy New Year to everyone. No, we go this way. We go this way. Okay. So I can still get myself turned around if I'm not paying attention.
It's a good thing he
Oh,
had
here we
his
go.
junk covered with a block.
Here we
This
are.
is a really long hallway.
Yes, it is, and that's how I got myself all turned around. So he came in, he put a lot of time and effort into this, and did a fantastic job of it, so that I don't get lost. So here's our spider spawner, in case you haven't seen it.
Oh,
There's a
magma
spawn cage up there. It's got a drop
And there's a magma.
to clear the spiders out of the spawn zone, as you can see. We are protected here,
Die.
except for by skeleton jockeys. We can use it for XP, as you can see here. We can get a little bit of XP out of it.
All the spiders see
just-
you and think
just-
it's okay.
Daddy,
Just
just
die
use
in
the
the
magma, Daddy.
So we can do this right here. We
Just
can get
use the magma.
Okay, so we can get a little bit of XP out of this thing. The collection system down here is there's 2 hoppers, or is it 2 hoppers or 1 hopper? I'm not entirely certain if it's 2 or 1, but we got the hopper mine carts spinning around here and just filling this up. The bones and arrows we occasionally get are from skeleton jockeys, or from spider jockeys. Skeletons riding on the spiders. They're rare, but they exist. So we
Never
put that
saw
up.
that.
It works pretty good, and it's really close to this one over here, which is a skeleton dungeon.
Skeleton.
There's a skeleton spawner in there, and there's a water flush system which flushes them down this way, right down to here, where they stand on a magma block and die. Hopper minecart collects it, it's sitting on a hopper. I didn't remove the rail from it because, you know, sometimes this thing just decides to randomly disappear. We can get arrows and bones out of this.
Let's take the
so we'll
arrows.
grab some more, grab up to a full stack here. We may need it for a shooting range. And what I was able to figure out was they can't both be operational at the same time.
Now he's trying to make us do it.
Who?
Enderman is just trying to.
They can't both be operational at the same time, but if you sit in this minecart right here, the skeleton spawner is active. You wait till you hear the bones crunch, start crunching, and now the spider spawner is active. So you can actually get them both going kind of at the same time, sort of, to collect all your loot. So let's get out of here.
Gonna reactivate skeletons.
That's okay. It's all good. So we spent a little bit of time here building this stuff up, and we'll follow our pathway back on out of here. There's a there's a zombie spawner somewhere nearby. There's also our other kind of, I guess you could call it low-tech skeleton spawner there. I mean, they're all low-tech. I haven't done any extremely high-tech ones. We also had an issue with our basic farm by the house. It was Excuse me, I'm trying to talk. They can only hear one of us at a time. Thank you. Our little farm up by the house suddenly started puking out potatoes in a fountain and seeds, and it came very close to crashing the server. Here we go. I'm going to sprint on out of here. We ended up with chests upon chest upon chest full of it, throwing things into lava. We actually had so many of them that the game engine itself stopped ticking, which means that it wasn't actually advancing any. The game was literally frozen. I finally managed to get rid of enough stuff that the game ticked one time and saved our life. So coming back up above. I put this in on our nether portal, you know, some fencing and stuff here so we could get through. And then our realm mate here also put in this nifty entrance, and we have a covered tunnel, so it's a little less dangerous and a little easier, or a little harder to get lost wandering through the woods over to my big temple, which as of yet is still not finished. It's still work in progress. But big changes. I'm hoping we're also streaming this to YouTube. They don't have to do this too. We have both of our guard towers in. I just have to finish this part right here, and that was because I left that out because I needed to come up here and plant some torches, one right there and one right here most likely, and I can take these two.
And we don't have to use the stairs. We have featherfall boots.
And then we'll just put in
I don't think that would work, brother.
cracked stone right there. It's fine. Do I have any? Nope, I don't have any smooth stone or anything on me. There we go. We'll just use some cracked stone right there. Now there is a secret here. If you notice, the pattern here is a little bit messed up. If you come up to this corner right there and see how it suddenly deselects it, and right there, tap it. Okay, tap it. There we go. We have a chest in there. There's a flint and steel in there for the door, which is over there. So we've got a little bit more progress now. That thing goes like mega high now. So let me show you what's going on with this. So the first thing is you can either put a block right here, or you can use the flint and steel, and the door opens like so, and you can come on in. You can sometimes get your block back, but just in case it breaks, I got a hopper down here that just feeds right into a chest to collect it for you. Close all this in. Move the stairs to this side. And what we got going on over here, this is our melon pumpkin farm. It's about ready. Yeah, it's ready. It is ready.
We're gonna
So,
push the button.
We're going to push this button. I have yet to put the clock in. Slime balls are still a rare resource. And if you notice, the stuff falls down on the rail cart here. Hopper minecart picks it up.
2 more just came.
Oh yeah, it fills it up. But don't worry, it picks them all up. And then it will deposit them periodically into this chest here. This wall back here is going to be built entirely of, looks most likely like we're going to make entirely out of nether wart blocks. The door mechanism itself, that's the back of the observer, feeds into a repeater to get the signal strength up, comes on down and around and hits this split. Comparator, repeater on full delay, repeater on full delay. So this one takes a little bit longer. Comparator burnout, a comparator clock, as it were, feeds it back into here. This repeater picks it up, sends it on through to this inverter. The inverter is just a redstone torch on the wall because I want it to remain closed by default. This powers the pistons for the bottom. This line over here is a special hopper torch clock here, or torch tower, not clock, that powers this side as well as the top. And this split over, or this line over here, just powers the one piston on this side. I am missing one piston after a creeper blew up. it is what it is. So now let me show you my work of art here. This is a nether wart farm. So we're going to grab a stack of nether wart. We're going to put that in our hand. And what we've got here is, you see this tripwire? This tripwire, it's done in multiple sections. This tripwire will actually activate these pistons, which will push down and will crush this nether wart. It'll also initially send this hopper minecart out. I probably should have waited to have the end to hit this, but so remember, we've only got 64 nether wart total. Here we go. We missed one, but that's okay. So you just keep facing this way. Here goes the next section activating. You could probably hear it. We replant all the nether wart nice and casually. You do not want depth strider boots on. And we are also over ice. I can show you the design in a little more detail toward the end of the video. We're coming on here. See this right here? There's the next section going. A little bit of a... You got to actually push forward here. You can't actually AFK this and use a clicking script just because of the way I have it set up at the moment.
Missed one.
I missed another one. That's okay. It happens.
Two.
That happens. I can fix that here in just a little bit. Currently. That one didn't like that for some reason.
Now it's three.
And we're coming up on this next section here. You can actually see the pistons activate on that one. And so you pick up some of them. The hopper minecart picks up some of them. And there's a couple of them here and there that will just stay back and be lost. But the design is what it is. It's what I had to do. Okay, there we go. We're at the end now. There's one in that chest. So now I have 64 plus 55. Let's go back here.
Another one that we missed.
We'll come back along. Where's the one that I missed? I don't think I missed any in this section. Okay. Now we're going to push this button and activate the cart again. Meanwhile, we're going to come over here and very carefully, so we don't reactivate this thing. So you can walk right here where the hook is and you'll be okay. Replant that one that I missed there. And then we'll come along here and I believe it was in this section here somewhere. You can see the cart going on occasion. Right there was the one that I missed. So that was a total of 2.
You missed another one.
No, I got the first one and the last one. Pick up the one that it dropped off there. I'm probably going to take that out completely. Okay. And then, come on back over here. Open this thing up. There's another 20. So we started with 64. Now we have 64 and 10. So we got an additional 74 nether wart out of the farm.
That's a lot.
No, it's not. Because it takes 9 nether wart to make 1 nether wart block. So what the game plan is I'll show you guys. We're going to have to go upstairs. I'm sure you guys saw all those lovely stairs.
Upstairs.
We have to go up these stairs.
Up all the stairs.
Up all these stairs. And I'll explain everything as we're going along. This is just to give me access here for building, so I can build up the front facade. Okay. And this is polished andesite here. I was thinking diorite, but I didn't really like it. I don't like the way diorite looks, even the polished diorite. The polished andesite's not half bad. Okay, so this level right here, we're up near the top of the farm. You can see the netherrack there is actually, the netherrack there is actually the top of the farm. We're going to start at this level. We're going to work our way, or it'll start like right here, work around a little bit, and then drop you down to the next level, and just keep doing that until it lines up and you end up going all the way down there. So that's all going to fill up. And then you guys can see the actual top of the...
The tippy top.
This is the actual top of the temple here. You can see that
Burning netherrack.
netherrack constantly on fire so that nothing really spawns up top here too much. And if it does, it very quickly wanders into the burning netherrack and dies. And look at that view, folks. Look at that view.
Pretty.
So pretty, I want to jump and die.
No.
I don't.
Look at that view. But we're not done yet. See, we're actually now at the level where we would be standing in a cloud. There are no clouds currently coming this way, so
There's more.
it is what it is. Now,
There's
We have more higher
there's more.
to go.
Okay, now we got to go up this ladder here because I got tired of winding around. But let's see. There's the view again. Now that fog is setting in from the distance. We're going on up. Yes, you can eat while you're climbing a ladder.
That is cool.
smash a baked potato in your mouth and climb a ladder with one hand.
Yep. I'm carrying a sword and climbing with one hand. I mean, come on. I'm not arguing enough. Okay, and so here we are. Once you get a certain distance up high, it doesn't matter what biome you're in, the rain is not rain. It then becomes snow. So what we've got here is a snowball farm. There's our snowman. This is, I call this thing the shovel eater. And the trick is you don't actually hit the snowman, but let me show you the collection system first. Just like at the spider farm, there's a set of hoppers with 2 minecarts spinning around.
It just looks like one.
I was going to go with one, but it was they're spinning around. And these 2 hoppers on this side feed into this chest. There's 2 hoppers on the other side that feed into the other chest. But let me show you why I call it the shovel eater. So we've got an iron shovel, brand new, no condition lost on it. And the first thing you do, pop that one, pop that one, pop that one, and then the one he's standing on, you just go do 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 do, and you watch. Just look at the condition of the shovel. We're not actually hitting the snowman, but he's going to constantly be trying to put down snow because that's what he does. That's who he is. I was kind of hoping to be raining so you guys could see the transition from the rain to the snow. It doesn't matter. Aside from a tundra biome with the snow biomes or the ice spikes biome,
This shovel is
and then he moved.
almost dead.
Yep.
Clonk. It broke.
Not yet. Now it broke. And see that? A fresh iron shovel lasted us a matter of minutes. Grand total. So let's see what we got. No snowballs in our inventory, but, and this has already partially been filled up, we got a bunch of snowballs here, and it's still collecting them.
We can kill the end dragon with those.
No, we can't.
We can also use them to build a bunch of snowmen.
Yeah.
And on this side,
Oh, that's a
bunch of snowballs. Now in this chest, I do have enough stuff to. Here we go. Look, it's snowing up here. Now, when we go down, we'll hit a certain point. It's actually a thunderstorm. We'll hit a certain point, and it will no longer be
It'll just start
snow.
raining.
It'll be raining.
It's
But what I was saying is, it doesn't matter what biome you're in. If you get high enough to where the rain turns into snow. See right here, now we're into rain. So, roughly at
Now we're in snow again.
this level here, your snowman could be safely alive. I just wanted to give that extra little bit of buffer.
And up here,
You
we
can
could
be in a,
alive.
listen, you can be in a desert biome and still have snowmen if you have them up high enough. But other than the ice spikes, they'll live naturally. You can just put them there. They're happy. The tundra biome, they're just happy. Anywhere else, you got to go high. If you see mountains with snow on top of them, you can do your snowball farm up there. You don't have to get crazy like this. Now, we can't really see a view from up here, and you can't see it from here anymore, but there's a water source block down there. Now, we might die.
Or we might
feather falling
live.
boots are awesome.
Boom.
And we lived.
One source block of water suspended by a sign. There is a guard stopper at the top level of the Netherwart farm, and then there's also that one there. It's always risky. This is my little command center. I've got can see out here, I can look at the Nether wart farm. I can also come over here and look at the melon and pumpkin farm. A couple other things to show you.
We can also sleep.
Well, we can also sleep there, so if we die, that's where we respawn.
Outside.
We've got our potion brewing station here.
What kind of potion
I just have some water bottles in here right now. As of the bedrock update, I think it's a bedrock update. I don't think it's better together, but we need blaze powder to actually run this thing.
But
So let's whip a potion really quick here. First thing we need is some nether wart.
I want to do poison.
No, we don't want to do a poison. Let's do a healing potion here.
Yeah.
So first thing we're going to do is we're going to slap in a nether wart in there. And we're going to hit our crafting station. And we are going to turn this thing into nuggets. Put our melon in the middle. Spread that around. Now we have a glistering melon.
What's a glistering melon?
That thing. So then we come over here and we wait. Okay, cool, that's done. So now these are now awkward potions. So now we put in our glistering melon. And we look over here and see, do I have any redstone dust? Yes, I have one redstone dust there. So once it's done, then you can add in your redstone dust. This is why our melon farm is important as it is.
Oh, yeah.
These are instant health potions.
Now they're pink. Then
Wait, no, I need glowstone dust to make them instant health potion too. And I don't think I have any glowstone dust around anywhere. Let's see. Got a couple of chests around here. I'm going to organize everything at a later date. No, I don't have any there. Important thing to note about the...
You can't use a pumpkin.
No. Important thing to note about this floor down here underneath the water is ice. Here, I'll show you. Let that drain. That's all ice, just collected with a silk touch pickaxe over in our snow and ice biome. I can break that and see it just goes along.
Collect it back in our chest.
And then we can grab it.
No, we'll just unleash that guy and I don't know, he might pick it up, he might not. I don't think he will. Oh well.
How's it raining in here?
Because it's still open right here. I don't have it all the way in yet.
Shelter from rain.
So let's get out of here. Also, like I was saying, this is the chest for the hopper that collects our items, our lost dirt blocks.
Our lost dirt.
Now the last thing I wanted to show you guys was this thing right here. It's an automatic charcoal furnace. It's our self-refueling charcoal furnace. What it does is, come down here and break this stuff out here so you guys can see what's going on a little better. And just put this stuff right back in. It's not a big deal. Okay, so the furnace here has a hopper underneath which feeds into this dropper. There's another dropper behind this which is facing upward. This dropper here is also facing upward into this chest. Okay? Now this dropper has a comparator and then a repeater, and this just goes, one block out and loops right back around with redstone. No other repeaters on it. There's no nothing. It feeds into the side of the comparator to make it tick instead of just stay on if a second item comes in. Then there's another repeater which feeds into the dispenser or the dropper itself to make it power and push it over to the next one. This extra line of redstone here loops around and semi-powers this block. Powers that dropper. That dropper as well. This one directly powers that dropper, pushing stuff up to the chest. So we'll put our dirt back over this here, and then we'll put that there. I can't cut this off. I need to put a half slab in here. And then what we've got going on down here, this hopper here takes out of this chest and puts it back into the furnace. If you put logs in here or even in here, it'll turn this on, it'll make a charcoal, loop back around, and let me show you. So it's nearly full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks, 5 complete stacks in this hopper, and 1 complete stack in this furnace, and any additional charcoal that you create will end up in here. You will get 8 charcoal for 1 log, because it takes on charcoal to power it up, and it's going to loop back around. And so to get out of here, there we go. That's that. I'm going to sprint down this to pick up a little bit of time here.
Sprint.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, we got plenty of potatoes laying around.
Ooh, yeah. Because the potato farm.
Hey, look, there's my 15.
Mm-hmm. There he is. Hey, buddy. We're going to head into the Nether.
And
We just got out of the portal.
Okay. And so we covered this in so that, ghasts and stuff, because that they suck. Now we're going to sprint some more here.
sprint.
Good
Dug
thing
this
we
across.
have potatoes with us.
Uh-huh. This area over in here, I'm going to make a stop once I finish covering all this in. This is the soul sand fields, which I will need a lot of soul sand. I haven't completely finished covering this in yet.
Oh.
You all right there? Okay, into another fortress.
Saved.
Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, if you're in another fortress, the wither skeletons in there, they're pretty mean, but they're also more than 2 blocks tall. So if you put these little buffers in here at the top, it'll pretty much protect you. You give you a safe space to hide from them so you can beat them up from afar. We'll come on down this thing here if I can get in the...
It's too small, Daddy.
No, it's not. Okay, so now we're coming down this way. I put in an additional nether portal here to see where it would take us. We'll check that out shortly.
Potatoes, we're good.
Yep. So I've got a blaze farm right here.
Like 2 hams.
The Mob Crush folks who haven't seen it. There it is. And the reason that I focused on these is because per kill you get the highest XP other than from Guardians.
That could just
And the design here is a basic funnel with a 2 high step in between each 1 step out. And this is a 3 drop. This is a drop of 3 right here. So as sometimes it takes a little bit, but as they come down, and the section above this is 3 by 3 with the hole in the middle, they will bounce themselves around and force one of them in. So we could spend some time there. This one I actually put a chest in.
Just leave the chest open.
Mm-hmm. Now our other main attraction is right down this way. Come on, there we go. I always have problems with that drop right there. Okay. This one is right here. This is the one where I died and I lost all my stuff. I haven't put in anything here. I really want to put down a hopper, a couple of hoppers with a chest, and it just automatically feeds in instead of hitting your inventory.
What happened to all of your stuff?
Exact same design. I left for long enough. I got upset and I left for long enough that it didn't actually, or it despawned. So this one right here, my realm mate, he was up top, up in this area. Got to eat a potato here. Eat a potato. Eat a potato.
A potato.
Potato. I don't care if you like it or not. Eat
So,
the potato.
yeah, we had this open here, and he was standing up in here with his bow while I was clearing out the netherrack and the nether brick.
You died so many times.
Yes, and I died quite a few times trying to do this, so it is dangerous. Go with a friend. Or have fire resistance potions, as many as possible.
Yep.
And I am using a diamond sword with sharpness 3 on it. It doesn't have anything but sharpness 3 on it.
It's not enchanted?
Yeah, it's enchanted, it has sharpness 3 on it. I just said that.
Oh.
So there we go. We step forward and grab that. I like to step back. I like to keep my distance a little bit, just in case, because it's, you know, not the first time I've been like bellied up to it. Something's fallen and it's actually caused me some damage. So let's head on out of here. And I don't have anything amazing through this other nether portal. I've just opened it up and just started exploring it, but we need some logs anyways, so let's go find some logs.
Why did
Let's go find some logs through the mysterious nether portal. Nobody knows where it goes.
Yes.
I know where it goes.
There.
Into this dark oak forest here.
Oh.
Awesome.
So grab a couple of logs here.
Oh.
We'll head back and I'll show you guys how the...
That's cool.
Okay, and then some oak logs here. Doesn't matter what kind of logs they are, as long as they're logs, it'll burn, it'll get you some charcoal.
It just made it.
And then the dark oak.
Grab some more oak here.
And then the dark
The better
oak.
your axe is, the better off you're going to be. I haven't found anything of any real significance around anywhere. It's a very large dark oak forest biome. That's all I've been able to ascertain so far. I was hoping there might have been a woodland mansion or something, but no. I'm not even 100% certain exactly how far away this is from our spawn area. I mean, I'm sure I could pace it all out and figure it all out, but
I think it's in a whole
I'm just like, you know, I'm not. No, it's not in a whole other world. It's still the overworld. It's still in the same map and all.
Remember when you had two nether portals that kept leading you to the same exact place?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
They were too close together, so
Yep.
we'll just kill that spider.
Creeper hole. I saw a creeper
Yeah, there's a
hole.
creeper hole right here. He was trying to get me. He was trying hard, but I wind sprinted out of here.
And it exploded.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of a plains right here with
big
some
one.
flowers and stuff on it. I did get another type of flower out of it, so we now have additional flowers. And then I've got spruce biome there. I haven't really gone down in here to do any exploring. Let's see if there's any good resources right up front.
Oh, that's a dark cave.
It doesn't look like it's all that deep.
Oh no.
Nope, that's it. That's all it is. Just a little mini tunnel in the ground there.
Maybe there
That
was
would be
one
great.
I might come back and...
that needed another creeper.
No, I might turn that into a little hobbit hole or something. That's a big might.
Yeah, that
So,
would have been great if we walked down and the whole floor was just diamonds.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. I don't think that would have worked out right, though. So,
No.
that's all that is. It's just kind of my tree chopping spot. No, I don't even care about that. I don't even care about the spruce at this point. And I'm never over here really for all that long anyways, so I'm not worried about fencing it off or anything. And we'll head on back. But I just wanted everybody to see that, and I do have a Twitter set up, and that is going to be IconicCraft. So if you want to sign up for that, you want to find it and sign up for it, you'll be getting announcements that we are having that I am actually doing live streaming. And I'll come pick those up as I'm doing that glowstone. I'll come pick that up as I'm doing the roof and the walls and all that.
See if we can get any glowstone dust.
Oh yeah, we will.
We always get glowstone dust when we get glowstone.
Do.
It's the only thing it gives us.
And we're back to daytime. Hello, puppy.
Hello, puppy. Hello.
So let's go see how this
Good thing
charcoal
the puppy doesn't
furnace
wanna,
works.
break glass.
You already know how it works.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I want to give an actual demonstration of it, and since I didn't have any logs and I used all my logs up, I got to go chop down a whole bunch more trees and put out a whole bunch more saplings. And ultimately, this thing is going to look kind of like it's on indoor or something like that.
We are
Whee!
going up to the not to the level.
And we'll break this out.
Give us black
I still have a whole bunch of work to do here.
Yep.
I really do. I still have a whole bunch of work to do. So we'll take this and we'll slap let's put
5 of those.
We'll put those in, and it's only going to load in the oak logs first until it runs through those, and then it'll let the
How do you make charcoal so easy?
yeah, and then it'll only let the oak logs in first because it'll grab the first one. It'll fill up those until it runs out of those. Then it'll let the next kind of log in.
And then the next, and you're gonna get a dark one. Oh.
So you see, it's just staying on 64 fuel there. And and again, you can hear the ticks. As you hear the ticks, what that is, and you see it makes a charcoal. What the ticks are is the system activating and putting it all in here. We can watch this and see. We might be able to see it for just a sec.
I just saw one coal.
You should be able to see one charcoal pop in and then pop out really fast. There it was.
That was twice we saw it.
Okay.
The first time you blinked.
So we'll look at the numbers over here. So we have 26 there. Now it hits 27, 28. Every 8th log, or as soon as it starts the 9th log, it'll pull one of these charcoal out and then go ahead and burn 8 more logs. So we are gaining charcoal, but it's costing us 1 log. So we're getting 8 charcoal for out of 9 logs. It's not all that great of a conversion rate, but since we've got all this sitting here, we can make torches out the wazoo. We can, we can use it for fuel for smelting and stuff, which is part of the reason I have this guy sitting over here. So that's where we're now up to 30 there. Now my game plan is with that snowball farm is we're going to when we find an end portal and turn it on and we go through, I'm gonna put a metric butt ton of snowmen up there.
Why?
I'm just gonna once I get onto the actual island itself, start building a metric butt ton of snowmen. They will attack the Endermen. They will attack the they'll attack the Enderman. They'll attack the Ender Dragon.
But we all know those things have the range of a stormtrooper.
Yep.
Can't hit a thing.
Yeah, they can.
Unless they really try hard.
Oh, they do. They do, dude. They do. It's not the first time I've done it. And of course, let's take the 64 and the 13 here.
Ooh. Those like missed the dragon up.
No, they won't actually do any damage, but they'll aggravate it enough that it'll turn around and fly away. So out of 1 stack, you get exactly 7 nether wart bricks.
Oh.
So 1 trip on through will give us 8 for this level. It's in and of itself. And we have 5 additional left over. Do 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 do.
Oh, that looks just the same.
And that was it.
Wow.
That was all we had, folks.
We need to make more.
Yeah. The problem becomes, though, is that it's our roommate LM or Little Man 444444444. I don't know how many fours that is. He helped me out with this quite a bit by putting together stuff for me, like all the pistons. He put all the pistons in except for that last section down there. I put those in as a demonstration. I'll show you. I put in, I think, about the first. Missed my jump. That's the nice part about that, though. I put in, for sure, I put in this first section here and part of this one, and he put in all the rest of the pistons for me. I laid the redstone, the repeaters, and the tripwire hooks. Again, it's all very, very simple. He put down most of the rail lines, which, if it's open, I'll show you. There it is. There's an opening. And what I had to do was, just due to the constraint here, I couldn't really run it right here. I mean, I could have, but I really didn't want it to interfere with anything. So I erred on the side of caution.
Oh.
So we had to come down here like this a little bit, and we worked through this quite a bit.
And it's where it's
quite a bit right there. Got another opening here.
It just goes back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, we've got another opening down here, which is the other drop underneath, and you can see the ice for the pathway. The important part about this is you have to keep any light source a minimum, or any light source a minimum of 2 blocks away from it. So your closest light source could be here to this thing. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time.
Let's get up.
And by having a bad time, your ice is going to melt and you're going to have issues.
What does that mean?
That's a drop tube, which that hurts right now because I haven't put in the water in the sign. Ow.
Okay.
That actually leads right down here
The sign in the water.
into this
Cave?
into this little cave area here.
Our little hideout?
And this cave area here actually comes up inside, right inside of this thing. So now that explains why these torches are set back so far like they are. It's to provide the light to keep mobs from spawning, because not only do they open through to the nether wart itself doesn't actually need the light, but it keeps the it keeps mobs from spawning here inside the farm itself. Because imagine you're floating along here, just do, and here's a creeper. Boom. Bad day.
Everything is messed up.
Bad day. All kind of stuff is messed up, and the farm is kind of unusable. And yes, it's a little bit dim, but that's okay. Because I did some not really extensive, but I did some pretty decent research on how far away the light sources had to be, which light sources I could use, just to see what I could use. Glowstone itself was completely out, and redstone lamps as well. They were completely out because they'll melt the ice at around 3 to 4 blocks away, depending. Redstone lamps is 3 blocks, glowstone is 4 blocks away. Or if they're suspended directly above them, it doesn't matter at what height. I could have the redstone lamps all the way up there. If it was directly above this ice, it would melt it. If it was over by 1 block, it would not. And since I'm not 100% sure how the rest of this farm is going to look, well, you know, it becomes problematic. And what's going to happen here is, once we get the next layers in for this thing, let me just break this one out here.
You're gonna try to break out dirt with the sword.
Well, you know, sometimes people do silly things. So, basically, what's going to happen is when you come in from the next layer, it's going to... I might have to move this. I'm not sure. I don't think that's in the right place. So this little section itself here might come out, but I think I can extend the water over like this, and you'll drop down. I'll probably move this tripwire hook over a little bit, but you'll drop down from the previous layer right into this one and just carry on. And I'm going to have everything so that you're always just facing this way, so there's not any twisting or turning, because the twisting or turning is, you don't really want to do that. then it becomes really confusing. You miss a lot. You don't remember where you're at. You don't know which way to turn. If you're always facing this direction, you are good to go. So, that's all the stuff I wanted to show you guys and explain to you how to do it. And if you're wondering about things about like this, like this melon and pumpkin farm, I've done a build along on my YouTube channel. Check it out.
Push the button.
I'm going to push the button here. Again, I needed to set the clock up, but I am going to be short one slime ball for it. There is a repeater a portion of the way down there, because otherwise the signal strength wouldn't carry. But you can make these things pretty much as long as you want, as long as you follow the basic, basic steps for building them.
We could actually write that down, but
Doesn't have to be a glowstone block, and you can use sticky pistons with a block in front of them. You want to set it back further and make it slightly more efficient, but for what I've got going on, this is plenty. This is beyond plenty for what we've got going on here. You can stack these designs on top of each other. If you do stack them, I recommend bringing this the fence gate, full all the way up, so you don't end up with any of them just hanging on top of the fence. Especially if you're in a realm or in a server uses that ends up creating a whole lot of entities at any given time. Don't need to necessarily use depending on the size, you don't really need to use a hopper minecart. You can use a water collection system, feeding into hoppers and feeding into chests and stuff, if you have enough iron for that. I just happen to have enough to do this rail cart all the way around. One of the things you're going to want to do, even with one that has a sticky piston, is you're going to want to run this line right here. You're going to want to, even if it's just back and forth, you're going to want to have a hopper mine cart there scooping it up, because they'll break off. Once they break off, they'll break off, and sometimes they'll land over here by the stem, and now you've lost that completely and totally. And so that the system is no longer paying for itself. And other than the random garbage I had to put in here, this thing has not really been running all that long. And I've got a full stack of pumpkins plus maybe a third of a stack, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full stacks of melons, and that's with me pulling stuff out of it. Want to show you one last thing with the with this thing right here. It's only semi-automated, and since I don't have the glowstone dust to put into it right now, we'll just take those out. You notice that the potions just fill right back up. Or where that one filled right back, this one right here filled right back in. It'll just keep on. I don't have any more in the system, but it'll keep on filling that in.
What do we need?
These are fire resistance. Potion of healing. Fire resistance, instead of using the glistering melon, you would use one of these magma creams. This is night vision. What you want to use on that one is golden carrot.
What's the purple?
This one is a splash potion of harming. To make one of those, you're going to use a spider eye and a fermented spider eye, and then a gunpowder in there.
Gunpowder.
So we'll put these guys in there, so we'll always have the blaze powder. Nope, that was 64. We'll just leave the 64 there. We'll take the rest of this. You can also run any furnace you want with. So that's okay. We got that full one in there. Just those couple I brought us up to 50. So the thing is almost, the fuel system's almost completely full. We're going to start seeing returns on it. Let's take this over to the super smelter. And I decided to use the nether brick right here for the doorway itself. It's a little more distinctive, I think. I do have some black wool in there. I've got some coal blocks. There's some red wool, so it's going to be kind of multi-textured there. And see, so it stands out just a little bit more. It doesn't look any more or less menacing. I did finally get this in. There's netherrack down there on fire. Right above the fire is a red stained glass. And then an air gap with another layer and an air gap with another layer. So it makes it look pretty cool. These don't seem like they connected all that well. But these did. Do I need to put more stained glass right there? I think I need to put a little bit more stained glass in there. That's okay. That's all right. So we'll head over to the super smelter there. Toss these 5 blaze rods in. We're going to do some decorating on this tunnel here to make it look better. I'm going to start from my end and work this way. At some point, we're going to have probably looks like a couple of rail lines going through here. This is the farm of evil that was making a fountain of potatoes. I can't access the photo without shutting off the stream, or I would show you guys. I'm going to see if I can actually post it as on my YouTube, post it as the actual screenshot. This is was the basic idea for our temple anyways. So that's all that. And I deviated from the plan just a little bit. Whoa. Let me see, do I have anything in here that needs to be cooked out? Oh, no. There's 5 more in there. That's all good. What I got in there? Lots and lots of baked potatoes and my extra flour, my peony.
Make a golden apple.
Yeah, but we don't need to. I'm gonna come on down this way to our super smelter and chuck in. Now I've got 10 of these things. Won't distribute quite evenly, but that's okay.
How did you get 10?
There was 5 in that one. I just stole them out of it. Okay, so if you've never seen one of these things, watch the numbers go down like, oh my gosh, fast. Whee! Gone. This hopper minecart right here is actually positioned perfectly in the middle of 4 separate hoppers. And those 4 will each feed into an individual furnace. And I've got a similar setup up here where you put in your ores and whatnot to be smelted. It splits it off into 2 different sets of hopper chains that feed into the top of 4 furnaces. This is beneath the fuel one here. And what are we cooking? We're still cooking cobblestone. Lots and lots of cobblestone. So much cobblestone. And directly underneath each one of these furnaces, there's a line of hoppers that feeds into this chest, and on these guys they feed into that chest. So we've got tons and tons and tons of smooth stone here, and tons of it here, but this got some actual brick in it. The only other real changes we've got, I don't think you guys have seen, the Mob Crush folks have seen, is this was done. This massive room here. Now I was told that there were slimes occasionally spawning in here, but I haven't seen any. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Up by the furnace up at the top of the stairs, there's a drop chute falls into here.
This is the slime safe place. Yes. It is.
Not really. But I haven't seen any slimes around. See what we got in there. Ooh, nifty stuff. Nifty.
Ooh. You got stone blocks.
Yep.
Cool.
So I haven't been down here in a little while to see what all is going on 100%. But it looks like he's been doing quite a bit of digging. There's some redstone dust up there. Oh, it's not there. Our underground pond there.
That hole. Underground city.
I guess, yeah, we removed all the obsidian from there. I took that out.
That's gonna look better when the update comes out.
No, it's not. So
Just gonna give it a new. It's It's gonna give it.
better with fish in it.
I
It's
believe
gonna
there's
give
lava
it-
behind that.
Oh my.
How not
So
like
this
better
has all
with
been
fish.
dug out here. It looks like he's done some digging out on the top too. Let's see if I can check that out. See which direction I'm going here. Let's check out the top of this thing. Oh yeah, he dug all this out right there. It's a lot of granite up there. And that's it. That's the drop. This again is the drop tube that comes all the way down. It's quite a bit of room up here. I'm actually quite impressed by how much he's gotten done. So we'll head back out of here. Head back up to the top, and I think I'll call that an episode for now. If I can find my way back out. I know there's some stairs around here somewhere.
You could put here. Or not.
Ah, there we go. So he has been busy. Can you please stop doing that in my ear?
Okay,
Got some nifty. That's quite a bit of diamonds.
that's a lot of diamonds.
Yeah, he's down here at a pretty good level.
8 diamonds.
Those are his diamonds.
It could be.
Now I did come through here and help light this up some. It was actually pretty dark, and so it was spawning a crazy number of hostiles.
There's a crazy number of creepers, zombies, and skeletons.
Spiders.
So I come down and I check on stuff occasionally and see how things are going.
Are we running on stairs?
Yes, we are. So, yeah, this right here, that same circuit that I used in the charcoal furnace is actually used for this little bit right here. This is a trap chest, so you can make sure you don't accidentally put the wrong stuff in. Okay, so let me put this spider string in there. Okay, it's not going anywhere. Oh, maybe I wanted to put the rotten zombie flesh in instead of the string, but I forgot. So I can do that. And there's a hopper, there's a hopper underneath this that feeds into a dropper that faces downwards. It has the comparator repeater, the redstone dust around that feeds back into the comparator with the additional little bit that comes out and feeds into the side of the dropper, and then it just drops it straight down, a long way down. Down by him, right there. You can see his name. What's up, dude? You can see his name right there, and that drops it all the way down.
That's a small
Hits a hopper, and then pushes that into the chest for him.
That's a small name.
So let me do this for him. Grab a stack of taters.
Whole stack of potatoes.
We're gonna
They gave us 64 and 60.
And we'll put some taters in here, and then you guys should be able to hear the clicking. As soon as I close this, you guys should be able to hear it. I can't, since I'm live streaming. You guys get all the good audio feed. So we're sending down. We're sending a rain of potatoes down, and there will be potatoes in that
area.
area now. So I'm gonna come on back up here.
I wonder where he is.
Yeah, I need to put some more torches right there. And then into this is our initial little starter house here. That's kind of an ugly situation right there. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to fix that at some point.
Because a creeper blew up and you couldn't find that part.
There we go. One spruce fence. Swap that out on the peony. Put that right there. There we go. So it's just basically spruce logs and stuff up in here, just kind of a starter. And this is our little automated, our semi-automated fish farm. If you've got a controller, you can actually set it up so that it is kind of automated, at least until your fishing pole breaks. But I'm using a touchscreen, so I can't really do that unless I get a Bluetooth controller. Since I don't want to do that, I can't actually automate it and sit here just AFKing it overnight. The most important thing, though, is that this right here, your water source, has to be open to the sky. If it's not, you're not going to catch very many fish. That hopper just feeds into this chest. So it automatically puts stuff into there. All my fish is gone. I do have that ink sac that I need to go dye a sheep with. Let's go dye a sheep before we end the episode.
Yeah, it's fun to see
Dye a black sheep.
Yep, we're going to dye a white sheep black.
A white sheep black.
Because
Why not?
I still need more black blocks for the top there. I've got a red one and a black one and a white one all in one cage over here.
Can we see it?
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna go see him so we can dye the white one. And what I did was I put them up in here like this.
Ooh.
There's the white one. So we're gonna dye him black. Now I've got double the black blocks.
Two of my
So we
favorite
will
colors.
just
Black and red.
whoop. Hello.
Can I do it?
So just give him a quick shear.
See?
Give him a quick shear.
Ooh,
And we'll come on around to the red one here.
this does not look good.
Give him a
We
quick
literally
shear.
just shaved you.
Give him a quick shear. There we go.
Ooh.
And that gives me 6 black and 3 red.
They literally just shaved him and he grew his hair right back.
Yeah,
I
that's
wish
why they
that-
have to eat, and that's why it's open like this and kind of lit up so that the grass will grow back as quickly as possible. I could do this on a bigger deal there, and if I change the farm up, I can actually breed them.
See how
Wait,
much
I'm
I
taking
have
off,
to
taking off with the shears. Taking off with the shears. I'm not going to do that. I'll leave the shears here. The rest of the stuff in here is just random. Just random stuff. We're going to get all this stuff cleaned up. We're going to get all this stuff over here cleaned up. And we're going to adjust this entrance some. We did a fantastic job with it, but we're gonna change it up some. Not because I don't like it, but because I want to put a few more things right in here to make it just look that much better. And this is why I chose this spot exactly here, is because these two trees kind of give you sort of an entrance. And then of course we've got all this fun stuff over here.
Daddy, how long did it take you to build this?
Long time.
Off and on, it took me the better part of a week. Why is there dirt right there? Why did you put dirt there?
I didn't.
You didn't?
You put dirt
Who
there.
put dirt there?
You.
I put dirt there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right, because I had these on fire and it set this I tried to set these pillars on fire, which was a bad idea.
Okay.
So we've got these right there.
I tried to
It's a
put
small
everything on
house.
fire.
Now these right here are the 2 guard houses, and then down in the corner we'll have something similar but smaller. Something similar but smaller. All this dirt and stuff is going to change. As you can see, it's going to look a little more like that. And over time, I'm going to come in, I'm going to texturize it with some of the cracked stone brick, some of the mossy stone brick. This stuff over here is going to get a little more texturizing, so it looks a little better. Break it up a little bit more. So let's come on in here, and we'll end the live stream, and then we'll see if he needs any help with anything. Doo-doo-doo. And see if it closes back there. I think I have everything kind of nicely encased. Originally I had the staircase down this side, but it didn't leave us enough room. We'll hit the command center here, which, you know, really there's nothing in it. I'm going to put some storage in here to make this whole thing look a little better. I just didn't have the stuff and I just wanted to fill it in. I do owe 1 sticky piston right here,
Why?
because when that creeper blew up by the door, it just killed that. So I'm gonna change this stuff up here and see what we can do to make this area here look better. But since I'm right here, I can definitely hear if I'm hanging out, just AFK, chilling, waiting for netherwort to grow, waiting for melons to grow, things like that. I can, I can definitely hear the door opening if somebody shows up. Not that I'm worried about security, but I can see if anybody shows up and, kind of show them what they need, or whatever it is they need to get. So if you found any of this helpful, if you'd like better descriptions, anything like that, you want to see the actual builds on how I put them together, on this stuff, let me know in comments. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Check out my YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter so you can get updates about when I'm actually live streaming. And